All I did was say, I want to punch it up so it's not offensive to real, and that's how I got in this position.
I sure hope I have a Club Shay Shay after this air.
It's gonna be in a dimension it's never been.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
The greatest thing floating in 2024. Mark the words. No way. In a whole different realm of business. Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Watch. God's people ain't that few.
So it looks like Katt Williams might have jumped into deeper waters than he bargained for, because now Oprah's reportedly got a bone to pick with him, throwing alleged threats of making him disappear. In case you've been missing the latest gossip, Katt's been on a spree, spilling some seriously shady and borderline illegal details about Oprah that could land her in some serious hot water. The word on the streets is that Oprah is not sitting back and letting Katt tarnish her rep with his stories. Allegedly, she sent him a no-nonsense warning to zip it or face consequences, but being the unfiltered Katt he is, he didn't exactly pump the brakes on talking about her now. It's escalated to the point where Katt's supposedly receiving anonymous death threats, which he suspects might allegedly be from Oprah. Folks, this situation is getting wild. The streets are buzzing with rumors that Oprah might have allegedly greenlit a hit on Katt to permanently silence him. This drama just hit a whole new level, and need to catch up on it real quick because it's getting crazier by the minute.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
You're going to want to hop on this drama real quick because things are way worse than anyone could have imagined. It seems like the whole Katt Williams versus Oprah saga might be more intense than we initially thought. The word on the streets is that Oprah has had enough of being linked with Katt, who's been going the extra mile to expose her. Oprah has gotten fed up with her name constantly hitting the trends list because of Katt's revelations, so she's making moves to put an end to the drama once and for all. And let me tell you, Katt hasn't been holding back. He's been spilling an insane amount of tea on her, making us give Oprah the side eye. We've always seen Oprah as this major supporter of Black excellence in Hollywood. Right, she's all about giving back, runs a school in South Africa. Africa uplifts Black celebs and is basically a top-tier philanthropist in Hollywood. Not to mention she's a self-made billionaire who built herself up from scratch. But hold up, here's the twist: things are run always what they seem. Recent revelations from insiders are painting a different picture of Oprah behind the scenes. And let me tell you, it's not the pretty picture we had in mind. The things we're hearing about her are mind-boggling. And the more you dig, the shadier it gets. This is where Katt stepped into the mix, serving us piping hot tea on how Oprah managed to maintain her squeaky clean image while being knee in some seriously scandalous stuff. She's been involved in things that could end careers. Yet not only has she stayed on top, she's buried those scandals so deep that most folks haven't even heard about them. Whispers were circulating here and there. But the real scoop about Oprah didn't hit the mainstream until Katt Williams decided it was high time to spill the tea, unveiling the side of her that remains hidden when the cameras stop rolling. When you've got Katt dishing out Hollywood's secrets against you, it's a total game changer. He's as bold as they come, and Oprah found herself in the middle of a storm she never anticipated. What's intriguing is that before Katt stepped into the scene, a couple of people attempted to take on Oprah and expose her. However, she was so powerful and so connected to so much power that those revelations barely made a dent in her image, being the most influential Black woman in Hollywood with connections in all the high places. It was very easy for her to shut down any narrative against her, and she didn't even break a sweat. Now Katt, being the stubborn character he didn't back down from spilling the tea. That's why a lot of folks started listening to what he had to say. He's one of the rare celebrities brave enough to call out the Illuminati and the industry's big wigs who also function as gatekeepers. Over the years, Katt has crafted a solid reputation as a truth teller, unafraid to speak the unvarnished truth. When he talks, people genuinely take notice and listen. But before Katt took the stage, there was 50 Cent, who was going all in on exposing Oprah. Though he didn't quite shake Oprah as much as Katt did, 50 Cent still put in the effort to talk about Oprah. and unveil what he saw as her hypocritical side, and in true 50 Cent fashion, he trolled her hard. We have to give it to 50, the man's the ultimate troll in Hollywood, and he never forgives his ops. This guy stands on business all the way, and he's notorious for holding on to a grudge that feels like it lasts for an eternity. Social media is his battleground where he drags his rivals and takes them SC game to a whole new level. But here's the kicker: beyond all the trolling, 50 Cent's got this other side where he's all about being a champion for black justice. Sure, he's messy, but he's also one of the first to step up when a fellow black artist is getting a raw deal in the industry. Get this. He's even putting his money where his mouth is, pledging to donate the proceeds from his upcoming Diddy documentary to victims of Psy. And let's not forget the times he played the industry's unsung hero in Onique got the cold shoulder from Oprah. 50 Cent was one of the few voices in the crowd offering her some genuine support. Then there's the Taraji saga when she spilled the tea about Oprah lowballing her for the color purple. 50 Cent wasted no time in extending an offer for a role in his upcoming projects, assuring her he'd pay what she's truly worth. Now that's the 50 Cent many folks might not be familiar with. Messy for sure, but with the side of standing up for what's right in the industry. Back in the day, 50 Cent stirred up some major drama by spilling the tea on Oprah, and let me tell you, it was a roller coaster of revelations. According to him, Oprah had this track record of deliberately throwing black artists under the bus, using her influential platform to cast them in a negative light. One prime example was Toni Braxton in '98. She faced bankruptcy, and Oprah didn't miss the chance to set her up for a serious dragging. Let's set the record straight here. Toni wasn't out there living the high life and blowing her money on extravagant luxuries. Nope, she fell victim to some shady financial advice and made less than stellar investments, landing herself in a financial mess. Toni was already dealing with a lot of negative press, so she decided it was time for some damage control to salvage what was left of her reputation. And we better to do that than on one of the biggest shows hosted by a fellow black woman. When Toni showed up on Oprah's show to spill the beans, the game plan was to clear her name, but Oprah took an unexpected turn, steering into discussions about Toni's supposed lack of street smarts and financial smarts. Before she knew it, Toni found herself looking foolish and careless with money, courtesy of Oprah's unexpected twist.
Do you take responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
100%.
100%?
100%.
How did that happen?
Because I allowed all my finances to become everyone else's finances. That's pretty much how I got here. The most important thing I learned is to trust and believe in myself, and don't put all your trust and belief in someone else when it comes to handling your money.
Oh, please, that is the first rule.
I know, right?
That is success 101.
But wait, it gets worse. Oprah starts clowning on Toni for going broke. Toni grew up with a silver spoon because she grew up comfortable around money and Oprah. Well, she thought it was the perfect time to throw some shade. She mocked Toni about how she could no longer afford her usual designer clothes and her lavish lifestyle. Oprah even went as far as asking if Toni was planning to sell off her personal stuff to make money to survive.
B-R-O-K-E, broke?
Broke.
Like broke?
Like, no money.
No money.
Yeah.
Like net worth what?
Negative.
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 She has filed for bankruptcy. Appraisers are now taking stock of her personal possessions, her baby grand piano, her Gucci silverware, her Porsche and Lexus. They're even counting her shoes and her Grammys. First of all, I didn't know Gucci made silverware. When you had Gucci silverware and baby grand pianos, and you're used to wearing $5,000 and $6,000 and $7,000 gowns at a time, and spending $500 on a pair of shoes.
Girl, can you imagine telling that to a woman who just went through bankruptcy and on national TV that's just plain mean? And Oprah totally crossed the line with that move. Even though Toni managed to keep a smile on her face during the interview, you could tell she was upset and embarrassed because Oprah just wouldn't let it go. But you know she's a total pro, so she had to play it cool on stage, grinning and bearing it. But the moment Toni stepped out of the spotlight, she didn't hold anything back. She straight up called Oprah out, talking about how Oprah pulled some seriously shady moves during the entire interview, making her feel dumb, careless, and uncomfortable. I mean, just watch those videos and it's crystal clear Toni wasn't feeling Oprah's tactics. That on-stage smile was a total front, and the second Tony got the chance, she let it be known that Oprah crossed some major boundaries, and Tony wasn't having any of it. Being a talk show host is one thing, but throwing shade like that was a whole different ball game.